My name is Lynn Holland, and I've had the privilege of serving in America as a city, county, and state officer in Oklahoma and Texas. And then I had the privilege of being the first woman to serve in a peacekeeping mission. A lot of people ask me how I found out about peacekeeping missions. One day when I was looking at NBC Nightly News, I saw Ray Kelly, the commissioner. He's currently the commissioner of NYPD, and he was in Cité Soleil, which is a very poor section of Port-au-Prince in Haiti. And there was a woman that was standing beside him, and she was wailing, and he said, "See this woman? I can't help her. She has been hurt in a domestic violence situation, but the laws here in Haiti do not cover her. And so I'm going to start the new police, and I'm asking for police officers from America to come for 2 weeks and to train the new Haitian National Police." And whenever I saw that on NBC Nightly News, I jumped out of my chair and said, I've got to go help that woman. Victims are the same all over the world, and police officers want to. The reason we get into this is to make a difference and to help. In the beginning of missions, many people are very traumatized, and when I got over to Bosnia, I'd never seen whole villages that had people with no teeth in them, mouths. I saw people walking around. I used to say they were like walking dead people. They had lost their spirit inside and the will to live because they'd been through so much difficulty. So I had to learn while I was there that when you go in first into a mission, there are many people who are so traumatized that you have to take your time when you're working with them because they may not be ready to accept your help. When you get there, you realize that there's such a huge need, and so many of the needs that were needed had never gotten to the outside world, and so the UN coming in is a big help. And many times the UN provides simple things. I remember they provided us pencils for tests to be taken so that we could admit new students into the Kosovo police school. Now I know that sounds simple, but those kind of things are very important. But one of the reasons that it is so important to have women is because the populations that we're serving in UN peacekeeping missions are primarily women. Many of the men have been killed, and so if you don't have a woman perspective in the solutions for the problems in peacekeeping, then you're not going to have the totality of the perspectives that you need. And so it's very important. It's also important to have women in peacekeeping missions so that the population can see women serving in equal positions to the men. Many people have never seen women do some of the functions you do. I remember when I went to Kosovo, I was one of the few women driving a car. So there are challenges that women have, and the acceptance of the population, I believe, has to do with the woman and how she conducts herself. And so if a woman goes in there and she follows through on what she says she's going to do, if she gives them an equal opportunity and she listens to them, she can be very effective. I just came back from a international police women's conference, and the State Department was working alongside of the UN to encourage the women that were there from 64 different countries. And many of the women that were there had served in a peacekeeping mission or were currently serving in a peacekeeping mission. So the cooperation is growing, and I'm very excited about that because we need to have more Americans involved in UN missions, because I personally have seen the difference that we can make. And I still believe that America has the very best policing in the world, and that democratic principles are taught the best here, and that we can take our talent and our strength to another country and make a difference.